Hello, so this is going to be my spoiler review of Endgame. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit late, but things have been happening. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to film it too. So, first off, with the film, I repeat, spoiler, again, this is a spoiler review. I do have a non-spoiler review up, but I decided to do a spoiler review. So, first off, let's get the negatives out. There's one negative thing which I really dislike. Not really dislike, but I felt that the scene could have been a lot better. It could show a lot of emotions. So that's at the very beginning. This is even before the Marvel logo comes up and everything. And that is when you see Hawkeye and his family. Now, immediately when that came on the cinema, I was like, oh, great. Marvel Studios are going to fuck us over with the emotional bit. But I felt that the scene wasn't that emotional because 1 minute they were there and then the next minute it wasn't, and you've got him going off shouting, his wife's names, kids' names, and it's like, I don't know, it just didn't seem that emotional because, okay, maybe they didn't want to have it where he actually saw them obviously disappear at Infinity War, because we also saw that in Infinity War, and the memes from that, or even have them shout something like help or something, and then he turns around and they're not there or something, you know what I mean? To show a little bit more emotion. I thought that scene could have been done a lot better, but that's about the only scene in which I felt was a bit could have been done properly. So first off, I might have mentioned what I thought was going to happen, like a thingy there in my Infinity War review. I'm not 100% sure, but my money was on Doctor Strange sort of saving the day, which sort of, he obviously doesn't do the time travel or anything, but he's in it a bit. So basically, if you saw, so I only saw one trailer. I saw the one where we saw Ant-Man. So I've seen one Ant-Man film. I've not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, but basically, um, he ends up in obviously the quantum realm. I believe it's called the quantum realm. I believe that is right. So what was supposed to happen was his partner was supposed to hit the button and he comes back. But while he was in there, obviously she went with a click, because it's when, as soon as Thanos had the gauntlet, so he was looking up to get out this time by a mouse rat, whatever, walking on the button, and obviously him coming out, and he's like confused, like what the hell is going on. He sees his daughter all grown up and everything like that, and obviously heads to Avengers quarters, and he basically says we can do this through quantum using physics or whatever, quantum realm, basically go back and try and get all, basically collect all the stones before Thanos does. Um, and then you've got Iron Man, which is like I really, he's happy because he's not really lost anyone as such, because he's still got his partner and his kid. He does obviously change his mind when he sees a picture of him and Spider-Man. Now that you've noticed, I'm just saying the superhero names. My brain's gone blank. I've been at work, yeah. Um, yeah, and then he finds a solution and everything like that. So I like how it went like into what each character was doing each. So you've got obviously Captain America at some kind of like meeting with a load of people. You know how you get those meetings like drunk like people like who are alcoholics and stuff like that. It's like one of them trying to accept what has happened and trying to move forward. You've got Thor, who completely has had a meltdown and he's become quite obese, um, which is quite funny. So you've got that him as well. But yeah, I liked how it went through what each character is doing now. I liked how the storyline wasn't like straightforward. So you had the first thing you think, oh, we found Thanos. Obviously, we go find out where he is, and then turns out he destroyed him. Thor has a breakdown, chops his head off. They're like, what are you doing? And he's chopped his head off. Obviously, because I think he just feels guilt because if he'd chopped his head off in the first place, there wouldn't be in this. That was pretty funny. Which I'll go into a little bit of a comment, the sort of there's any humour in a minute. And it turns out he destroys them, and then the bit we thought is going to go forward, they're going to get all the Infinity Stones before Thanos, until you realise. Obviously, this is from I don't know much about her, but it's that like humanoid Thanos's daughter, Robo or whatever. Because obviously it gets complicated a little bit, just a little bit complicated when it comes to like the like time travel and stuff, but they describe it really well. They go into detail and everything like that. But basically, Thanos realizes that what they're doing, through that world's version of his sister, if that makes any sense. You would have seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And obviously he sees the future and everything like that. So when Hulk obviously gets it, they come to the conclusion that Hulk's going to survive this a lot more than all the other characters. Clicks his fingers, and then you think everything's great, everything's, they've done it, and then you get Thanos' army just come just come into the picture and wreck everything, and that's when there's an epic fight that happens and everything like that. Now, obviously, during connecting these Infinity Wars, these these Infinity Stones, they obviously go back, which makes me go, I knew Doctor Strange sort of had it. So obviously you've got Bruce Banner, which I'll go how crazy his character is in a minute. Basically, he's managed to obviously control. I don't know how I feel about it, because at first I was like, this is a bit weird. How he's managed to control Bruce, his normal self, Bruce, and the Hulk, so they intertwine together. I thought it was a little bit weird after 5 minutes. Like, this is a bit weird, but anyway, I can't remember her name, but basically he's trying to get the one of the Infinity Stones, and when he managed to obviously get her to give over the stone, he was like, Doctor Strange just gave it to me. No, not gave it to me, Doctor Strange gave it away to these obviously people. And then she realised he wouldn't have done that, like, he would have done that for a reason. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, so maybe there was a way. And then obviously when this big fight's happening, you see this circle, that familiar circle, and you're like, oh my god, it's Doctor Strange. And it's Doctor Strange with all these different superheroes from like every like film, Marvel film and everything like that, which is so cool. And then obviously Iron Man sees Spider-Man, and he was like, Peter, should I say, and he was like, well, one a minute everyone was there and you weren't there, and then he saw Doctor Strange and he was like, come on, it was either 10 minutes, it's either 5 hours. It's either said it's either going to need us in 5 hours or 5 days or something. I know it was a number anyway. I was like, oh wow, he knew this was happening. And then that moment, obviously that moment where we ended up losing him was obviously when before thing was like, is there still, I can't remember the full obviously conversation because it's been a while since I've seen it, but obviously he was like, I can't tell you because it won't happen. And you're like, is that just because obviously now you're conscious about it and stuff, but then you realise why I didn't say anything, because he probably wouldn't have done it. And obviously when them two are happening in this tense, them two look at each other, and then Doctor Strange like raises a finger, and I think that's when he realises from before where the reason why Hulk managed to click his fingers, they actually didn't have the gauntlet. I don't believe they didn't it was, I believe it was one of Iron Man's like hand things, I'm sure it was. But anyway, he pulls it off, and then you think, oh no, they've lost. Thanos clicks his hands. Yeah, nothing happens because all the gems are off the gauntlet, and it's on Iron Man's hand, and he clicks then, and he's dead, which is sad. And obviously then there's another like sad ending that happened where you've got Black Widow and Hawkeye fighting over each other and which one's gonna die. In the end, I'm glad, like, this sounds bad, I'm glad Black Widow kind of died, just because Hawkeye does kind of have a family, and it would be sad. and plus it would be a cheap way of just getting rid of him, because I know people don't really like Hawkeye. I think it's a bit pointless. But no one's put Hawkeye in the corner. But yeah, that was pretty sad though, because obviously a Hawk was like, I tried to bring her back, but like he couldn't, and that's obviously because obviously the reason why she fell, obviously the sacrifice thing, on the hill, and she she obviously fell for this stone, and it would be hard to reverse it because she fell for the stone. It would be like trying to reverse Iron Man's death as well. It just wouldn't be able to happen. Which I've got another question mark over a character, which I'll get to in a minute. So, and then obviously you've got that thing near the end. We'll talk about the end. And obviously you've got Captain America. Basically, he has to take all the Infinity Stones to where they were before. Otherwise, it messes the timeline. So basically he does that, but when Hulk tries to get him back, he doesn't get him back, and they're like, why is this not working? And then you see a guy sitting on this cliff, and at first you're like, you don't know why he's there, and then you realise who it is when they go up to him, and it's like, oh, it's Old Man Captain America, and he was like, yeah, I wanted to enjoy my life, something that Iron Man, Tony Stark had said to him. So he decided to actually, live his life with Carter, well, his girlfriend Carter, something Carter. How can I not know this? But yeah, I believe in the comics how he becomes Old Man Captain America is, I think he dies, and then they bring him back he comes back again, but he comes back obviously as him aged, I believe. I'm not sure. I've not read comics in ages, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, and then so that happens, and then we got Thor, who's like, forget it, I don't want to be king. I don't want to be king anymore. Forget it, I'm done. And he gets on a spaceship with Guardians of the Galaxy. Can I just say, the next movie of Guardians needs to have Thor on it, like a buddy film. That would be awesome. I'm waiting on that. That would be absolutely awesome. Now, a character which I'm wondering if he's actually dead or not, because things happened. So when they tried to get the first Infinity Stone, it kind of all went backfired. So this is the Infinity Stone, which was in Loki's little staff thing, or whatever you call it. And basically they failed. And what had happened is Loki's managed to grab it and take it. So he's off somewhere. We don't know where he's gone. So they had to go back in time, get him back before it ended up getting that, trying to get it before then. And yeah, so does that affect his timeline? Maybe that's just a little, hey, please bring him back, please. He's got his TV show, hasn't he? On Disney's new streaming show. I mean, that's completely verified now. But yeah, and then there's this really lovely moment where Stark had a conversation with his father. Oh, that was good. That was really good. So yeah, I thought, wow, that was a really heartful, conversation that happened. But yeah, overall, I liked the film. As I said, the beginning, the first scene, I'm not a massive fan of it, just because it wasn't as emotional, which I hoped it to be. Because when that popped up, I was like, oh, this is gonna be heartfelt. But it actually wasn't. But overall, I really, really enjoyed the film. I loved how it ended. The ending's really nice, and the credits got even the credits were worse. So the film finishes, and then you've got the characters. So it goes through normal characters with the like photos with effects and stuff, and then it went to the main ones, and it like you know Robert Downey Jr., and it had their names and it had their signature as well. I was like, oh my god. And then the very, very end, there was no cutscene. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't notice this, just because when it comes to Iron Man, the first one, I'm not a massive fan of. People are gonna kill me first, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the first Iron Man. But there's a noise in it right at the end of the film, instead of one of those end of scene credits, and it's the sound. If you're obviously a massive Iron Man, you would have picked it up. Iron Man fan, you would have picked it up. But it's the sound, the first time of him hitting the helmet. I'm guessing making it. So that was even more so because he's died and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed that film. As I said, it is really good. As to finish off the whole universe and that whole section of that. Um, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, if you've not seen any Marvel film, you need to at least see Infinity War before you actually see this, because you'll be a bit confused. Maybe a little bit confused as well when they go back collecting all these Infinity Stones, because you wouldn't have seen the scenes that have happened in the other films. Um, but yeah, other than that, you definitely see Infinity War. But other than that, this is a good fact. This is a good film. It's ended really well. I definitely recommend. You're gonna see it anyway. If you're a Marvel fan, you've been following all the films, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it anyway. But yeah, so it's really good. I really, really enjoy it. And if you're wondering whether to get into the Marvel films, get into them now. Just watch them. As I said, I need to see Guardians. The reason why I haven't seen it is I remember when it first came out, it was kind of in space. I was like, is this gonna be like Star Wars, but funny. Not even really into sci-fi. That's the reason why I skipped that one. As I said, I've seen the first Ant-Man, not seen the second one. But other than that, I've seen all of the. Did I see Captain America: Winter Soldier? No, Winter Soldier is the first one, isn't it? Did I see the second one? I'm sure. Yes. I don't think I've seen the second Captain America. So I know the first one, after seeing that, I was like, it was alright. I know the second one was meant to be better, but I might have skipped that one and went straight to Civil War. I'm not sure actually. I need to find out. But yeah, as I said, really enjoyed it. Really good film. And yeah, that's the only fault that I have with it really. But yeah, that's it for this spoiler review. So bye guys.